Welcome back, everyone, to ESO once again. Today we're going to work on recruiting these chiefs here, so let's go ahead and get out here and do this. We're actually making some pretty good progress here. We've gotten quite a bit of time to play it, at least. Looks like we have a couple spots to go to. I guess one's outside and the other ones are inside of buildings. I don't know which one's closest. Let's see. I guess one of them's out here towards where we were before. Oh, I guess the other ones are outside the city too. Okay. I mean, I guess it could be worth going back over here, because, I mean, that's close to that quest that we started as well, so... Where's the Way Shrine? Actually, it might be easier just to go out the regular way. I'm not sure. Oh wait, the Way Shrine's right here. Okay, I can see it now. May as well just take the easy path, right? It's funny, because this place does remind me of Skyrim quite a bit. Okay, they didn't even bother to come up to me. Well, it looks like somebody's had a bad time here. Huh, curious. It looks like there's a world boss called King Chief's Throne over there. Okay.
I should have been at my husband's side. He'd still be alive, and I'd still be his hunt wife. Well, look upon my husband and weep, for his next journey is to the Ashen Forge. Perhaps a new chief will deal with Kurog's latest nonsense. Until then, leave us to our misery.
Well, it seems the chief was cut down, I think. "101 uses for troll fat," huh?
Rotten luck, Chief. Rotten luck. Don't see many new faces at Chateau Range. Our only neighbors are surly giants. Speaking of which, Chief Ogzor had a nasty encounter with a giant's club a short while ago. Best keep your voice low. We don't know how much time he has left. Dying. No amount of healing magic can fix smashed brains. As soon as he goes, Chateau is in for dark times. The clan will tear itself apart without a good contender for chief. I want to prevent that. We know which giant smashed the chief. I want to return the favor. That'll show the clan I'm a good contender, which would help keep the clan together. Thing is, I'm no tracker. Care to help me find the bastard? I have a few words to say to Chief Ogzor's mother. I'll meet you where Urkale the Cleaver's tracks begin. I don't know why we call him that. He carries a club. I don't really know. Most giants are surly enough. Urkale the Cleaver, we've come to learn, is a mean drunk. Once, he tore off an Ichater's crest and tossed it across the snow like he was skipping a stone. Heard they found it in Farin's stronghold. You're right. Only made it 100 paces before it slammed into a tree. Took half a day to saw that bloody crest out. We tried to reattach the thing, but the Ichater wanted nothing to do with it. Most of Shatul's warriors died in the first Winterborn raids. Without a good contender for chief, neighbor will fight neighbor for a title they can't hope to hold. We can't afford that, after losing so much to the raiders. Truth is, everyone's afraid. The chief kept this clan together for 2 decades. A strong contender will quiet their nerves. Slaying the giant who killed Chief Ogzor? None will doubt my strength. Ha! Exactly. Oh, you were asking. Well, I never challenged Chief Ogzor, even though people thought I could take him. But how could I kill my friend? Contenders for chief fight it out in the Bloody Knoll. It's our shrine to Malakath, up on the hill. He who emerges as chief. Simple as that. Well, of course, that's how it's always been. Never thought about it any other way. I suppose it's possible. Still, I wouldn't wish that on any woman. She'd face constant challenge. Whispers behind her back, bitter sulking, the petty disrespects you expect from children, but all from grown orcs who should know better. We travel where the Ichater travel. Can't say it'd be good if the chief was stuck here defending him, herself, I mean. I wouldn't want to put my clan through that, but that's me. I don't really know. Most giants are... You're right. Most of the truth is, everyone's afraid.
Okay, looks like I can't get any further with that without the Persuade. Which honestly I'm surprised I haven't gone to the Mage's Guild to get that, but I kind of do like having the point of being more the intimidating type than being a Persuader, though, I think. I don't know. Obviously you can get both, but I kind of always figured the though honestly, Persuade comes up way more than Intimidation does. Okay, so we have a World Boss and a Dwarf right around here. It's actually pretty good that we came up here then. Guess it must be up there because I'm not seeing a actual thing there. We also have to be on the lookout for archaeological things too. Wasn't even thinking about that before, but yeah, that's a big thing too. I don't know if I could get around from this way. Okay, maybe I can if I get up there. Well, there's somebody. Just grab this and go. Pretty sure I'm here. There we go. Alrighty, very good. Surprised I didn't take damage there. Sometimes it really does surprise me. I'm actually kind of curious if I want to...
Alright, let's find Urkale the Cleaver.
Oh, okay. Our friend's here with us. Okay. So it looks like we're gonna have to head off and Follow these by crouching. Kind of a neat little thing, I guess. We having to go across the river, perhaps? Let's see. Okay, yeah, it's still going on. Curiously enough, it's taking stamina for me to be able to crouch walk like this. Is that normal? I'm not actually sure. This way, okay. Where are they? Not actually seeing where this person is. Well, there's a giant giant fire over here, so I'm assuming no, it's just a regular giant.
I think we lost the trail. I'll head back to Chateau. All right. I think we lost the trail. I'll head back to Chateau. All right. Let's find Urkale the Cleaver.
Oh, there they are. Okay. Don't know how I missed them before. Okay, I usually have to go into third person for giant fights. And down. I guess the pariah set would actually do good for me, but I'm not getting like anything that oh, I guess I can't talk to you right now. Okay. Warning at the falls. Huh. If you find this, warn them. Warn Orsium. There's a workshop at the falls. The largely left falls. The constructs move. They don't tire. They don't stop, and if you destroy them, they just make more. I fear that soon, if left unchecked, the constructs will march on Orsium and destroy us all. Avoid the falls, or send an army to destroy the ruins buried under the falls. The fight of Orsium depends on it. Huh, okay. I guess the falls are probably attached to this river, I'm assuming? Maybe? Or is this the place right up here? What is this? Okay, it's the Bloody Knoll. I think that's where they talked about, was that the spot that people were talking about? The they fight out for the next orc chief from this village, or whatever. I'm fairly certain that's what that was. Also, that gathering quest is over here. I may as well take that as well. Okay, we got the ice water there. Malakath statue, that's a new one, I think. For that to happen. Got some raspberries here. 2 of them. Okay, that's half of them already. I see a treasure chest up here. Flame staff, stack of shock. Don't need that. Let's see if this will give us our 3. Yep, okay. We're good. I am kind of wanting to go over there to that other spot, but I don't know how I'd actually reach it. It's like sheer cliffside from this side, so I don't know. Like maybe up this way, perhaps? Just go straight up the waterfall. Yeah, this is pretty much... Okay, maybe over that way. There goes the bird. Okay, maybe. Okay, maybe that is where the statue is. Okay. This is one of the spots where we could have gone to for that one quest with the Vengeful Eye, but I decided not to. This place definitely seems like it's seen its days. That's clearly the Malakath statue. I don't know why it's okay, it's a little bit farther along then. Oh, it doesn't actually count as a forge. Okay. Or wait, maybe it does. I don't know. Did I not find a third one? Oh, that's right. I know where the third one is. The third one is locked away. That's right. I couldn't get to it. That's why I couldn't, Well, this is all the still searching up. Okay. Okay. Also should have some writing books here or whatever. Yeah, here we go. That's nice, at least. Go ahead and get a fortifying meal, why not? Puts me over 30k health. Let's see if I can blacksmith anything at the moment. Yeah, I can do one of them. Do I really not have... I really don't have that much stuff, apparently. That's fine with me, I guess. Let's go ahead and make it back to that clan spot. Oh, didn't mean to do that. I do feel a little bit faster, I think.
Yazara? Yazara! Guess she's out. Listen, we both know you're the one who avenged the chief. Happy I could land a few good smacks. I'll tell Yazara when she's back. You deserve the credit. That's up to the clan. I'm only doing it because Shatul needs a chief. Can't say I enjoy staking a claim while my friend is dying in that tent. I'm not so sure I want to be chief again. Small clan. Our stronghold let Shatul camp there in the summers, in return for choicest pick of a chater. Chief Ogzor wanted to strengthen the bond by marrying away his daughter. Ashruka was to be my hunt wife, but that didn't happen. Ashruka refused to be traded like the choicest pick of a chater. She chose exile rather than marry me. A month later, raiders from the Reach wiped out my whole clan. Chief Ogzor took me in. Don't really know. Shatul tries not to talk about its exiles. Chief Ogzor forbade anyone from speaking of her. I think he blamed himself for pushing her away. After her mother died, Ashruka and her father were always at odds. It was inevitable. No, I've always respected how Ashruka held her ground, and I wasn't too keen on the match. I'd known her since she was a child, so going from Uncle Lorig to husband, we call that a Valenwood marriage. But don't let a wood orc hear you say it. Never. Chief Ogzor knew I'd consider that a dishonor after what he'd done for me, and Shatul needed my muscle. It wasn't charity, if that's what you're thinking. It was my own fault. I was more full of pride than sense back then. Shatul warned us of Reachmen they'd seen, prowling through the hills. I thought Chief Ogzor was trying to make up for Ashruka running off. Didn't pay it much mind. Then my clan was gone. Chief Ogzor's mother, Shatul's wise woman, though she hates it when we call her that. It falls to her to select the candidates for chief, and she's right over there. Yazara, look! I cut this off her Kale the Cleaver. My friend here struck the killing blow.
Impressive, Lorig. Why don't you show the others?
Sound advice, as always.
Come closer. We should speak. You avenged my son. I will not forget what you did for Shatul today, nor will the clan. If you are willing, I have need of someone so capable. If Shatul is to survive, there must be a new chief. Lorig is one contender. The other is Ulgesh. I want you to meet him. Ulgesh returned from Orsinium shortly after my son's injury. He declared himself a contender, but I'm not sure why. The boy never had brains or ambition. Serving in the Orsinium Guard was my son's suggestion. Shatul needs a chief who looks out for the clan before himself. We have no walls to hide behind, only our wits and our skill herding a Chatir. If Ulgesh has neither, I need to know. I sent him after Scamper, our laziest at Chatir. Ulgesh can explain the task. He's never been talkative, but see what you can learn as you aid each other. I'll want to speak with you when you return.
Ah, the silent type, huh? Guess we can work with that. It's interesting, because Rothgard very much gives me Skyrim feels. After going through the Skyrim zone that we did. East March, I think it was. I guess that makes sense, because it's fairly close to Skyrim, I think. Like, isn't it, like, right on the border, Rothgar is?
Who are you? I don't need your help. Alright, let's finish this so I can get back to the clan. Yazara asked for a snow truffle. This lazy beast can sniff it out. But it's a two-person job. I can't keep Scamper and hunt for a snow truffle. It's like a tundra truffle, but tastier. Only grows in these parts. No clue. A potion, maybe? You scout ahead, find a truffle patch. Give a whistle. I'll send Scamper your way. Scamper will sniff the patch. If there's a snow truffle, he'll dig it up. You grab it and bring it to Yazara. Got it? Scamper is fast asleep. Give him a good kick to wake him. Near boulders or trees. Lots of them between here and Shatul. It's why they camp here in the winter.
Okay. Alright, let's find one of these mounds.
Use your nose, Scamper.
I guess there isn't one there. Takes its time, that's for sure.
Damn. No snow truffle.
Let's try our third one then. Third time's the charm, right?
Nothing in this patch.
Yeah, we're getting kind of close to a mammoth here, but
I think he found one.
alright.
Scamper earned some sleep. Let's get back to Shatul. We should get back to Shatul. Yazara needs the snow truffle.
Fortunately, we didn't really learn a whole lot, but they did accomplish the task, so I mean, guess they can do it.
Found one.
Did you find Olgesh? Good. Give it here. Olgesh passed my test. Scamper has always required 2 people to wrangle. For Olgesh to send you back with the snow truffle tells me he learned to master his temper. He'd have tried to kill you, but you slew Urkale the Cleaver. I expect Olgesh would now be dead. Lorig and Olgesh are the only clear contenders for Chief. They must enter the Bloody Knoll and duel beneath the stern gaze of Malakath. The one who emerges shall be the new Chief of Shatul.
Yeah, I mean, I did all this. Couldn't I be a contender?
Only an orc can become Chief of Shatul, or of any orc clan. It's... I can't say it any simpler than that.
Ah, okay.
I have not forgotten what you did for us. On behalf of Shatul, I name you Bloodkin. You shall always have a place among us. I already sent Lorig to the Bloody Knoll. Could you inform Olgesh he is to fight? I would do so, but I must attend to my son. Olgesh should be at his tent. And thank you for the snow truffle, Bloodkin. Sometimes the smallest favors are hardest to repay. It was my son's favorite food. His hearthwife. She has dozens of recipes. He loved them all. He won't be able to taste it. His mind, you see, there's nothing left of him. But I'll mix it into the poison so he enjoys it one last time. The poison I shall feed the husk that remains of his body.
That's reasonable, given the state of him.
No, it is me, murdering my own son.
Okay, then disagree with me then.
Shatul must survive. Before a new chief is chosen, the old chief must die. By the time Lorig and Olgesh reach the Bloody Knoll, the poison will finish its work. Malakath will take no offense.
Alright, it's your custom.
I doubt that. An orc of Shatul would truly understand. You are neither. Yet you are bloodkin to our clan, and your words give me the strength to do what must be done. Shatul must survive.
I should have been at my husband's side.
Olgesh should be at his tent.
Alright, let's go ahead and get
With the great
Yogesh
shackle
over here.
destroyed, has the plane mill been stopped?
Yeah, I'd like to think the plane mail is stopped. There ain't no rifts around here, are there?
Over here. We need to talk.
Okay.
You looked different from inside Olgesh's helmet. Ushruka, exiled daughter of Chief Ogzor. Soon the new chief of Shatul. A merchant friend keeps me informed of Shatul. When she brought word of my father's injuries, I had to return and contend for chief. Shatul must survive. As an exile, I'm not allowed to enter Shatul. But Ulgesh is no exile. I traded him a new set of armor for his old, then returned to my clan. My own grandmother couldn't tell the difference. The real Ulgesh has a squeak in his voice. One day he paid Morgul's forge wife to make him sound like an ogre. He always wore the helmet everywhere he went. It still smells like sweaty breeches and onions. I cleaned it 3 times. Nothing worked. Have you been to Orsinium? The king hammers away at traditions which keep orcs locked in squalid strongholds. He tempers us, forges us into something new, something better. I will become chief of Shatul, and in a decade, it will become tradition. Some won't. They may challenge me, and I'll have to kill them. But when any other clan clucks about the code of Malakath, Shatul will band together as we always do. We'll triple their rate on Achater. A built-in blood price for the disrespect. I think we'll get rich off the Malakath zealots. That will make the king happy. And if he asks me to be his chief wife, I'll decline. But I'll offer him the chance to be my king husband. Lorig is a fine warrior, better than my father. But that's the problem. He never challenged my father. He's like an Achater bull that refuses to mate, no matter how much ginger pulp you feed him. I haven't thought about that in years. He was always Uncle Lorig to me. Taught me how to play chop. Always called me Little One, even when I was nearly his height. I looked up to him. Then Father insisted I become his hunt wife. Lorig's heart was never in the match, but refusing would have led to a feud. Father was insufferable. A chief's daughter must bear the clan's burdens. But children are a burden I don't ever plan to bear. Not for the clan, not for anyone. Now I head to the Bloody Knoll. There I will kill Lorig and become chief of Shatul. For this to work, my grandmother must know my intentions. Inform her, and I swear upon my mother's memory, I will repay the favor when I am chief. Gladly. Tell her the truth. I don't care if she approves. She will need to prepare the clan for my success. If Malakath disapproves, he can strike me down in the Bloody Knoll. But Shatul must survive. Go. There's little time.
Alright. Well, it sounds like siding with her would be the king's advantage, but at the same time, I kind of like the other guy a bit more.
My son, Chief Ogzor is dead. Lorig waits at the Bloody Knoll. Is Olgesh on his way? What? Ushruka was exiled from Shatul. I would never allow her to contend for chief. That foolish girl. We're a traditional clan. Shatul will never accept an exiled woman as chief. Had she become Lorig's hunt wife as my son wanted, Shatul would have stayed for the wedding. We would have been there when the Reach attacked Lorig's clan. Her selfishness led to their destruction. A chief who lost his entire clan to raiders from the Reach? He refused to challenge my son, to give him an honorable death under Malakath's gaze. Because of friendship. No matter his prowess in battle, he is soft in the heart. Take this ritual blade. It is flawed at its core, just like Lorig and Ushruka. Replace the blade of the weakest contender.
That's a, it's quite a choice there. Honestly, I feel like they should probably duke it out the way it should be, I guess.
Fair? I just watched my son die. None of this is fair. The flawed blade is a test. A weak contender who survives despite this setback deserves to become chief of Shatul. When the blade fails, the weakest contender will most assuredly die. If she go, there is little time. Malakath favor the victor.
Izara, I heard Chief Oscar is dying. I'll turn from Azurium to contend for Chief. Malakath favor the victor. Okay, so she already... I assume she kind of already knew that, if she got a letter like that. Though, to be honest, Yuzara is the one I dislike the most out of this whole thing, to be honest. Yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and switch it with hers.
Ashruka? You have to go. If Ulgesh sees you, he'll kill you.
Ulgesh is in Orsinium. He sold me his armor before I came to Shatul.
No. What have you done?
Shatul must survive. Don't hold back, Lorig.
Malakath favor the victor. Goodbye, little one.
And that's how it goes.
You've returned. Who is the new chief of Shatul? I see. Our clan will believe Malakath favors the loyalty Lorig showed my son. They'll accept his victory, for now. I shall advise him, if he allows it. And I will watch for weakness in his heart. Shatul must survive.
Alright. We sided with the one that showed loyalty.
Bloody Knoll. Did you pray to Malakath for your victory?
I needed no prayers, only my strength.
Then go forth, my chief, and receive your clan. Shatul, I present your new chief.
Chief Ogzor was good for Shatul. Though Ashruka fell by my hand in the Bloody Knoll, I vow to lead by her father's example. I lost my best friend, and I killed his daughter, the woman I was once supposed to marry. When it rains, it pours, but right now, it feels like it's pouring out in Ichater's back half. You? Of course you have my support. You've done much for Shatul, and stood by me when my friend was dying. When it's time, I'll hear him out. You have my word.
Alright, that's one out of 3 on our side then.
This is not justice. So now we have a new chief. Everyone is ready to forget Chief Ogzor, to ignore his murder. Urkael the Cleaver robbed me of my husband's mind, but Glagosh is to blame. She secretly worships Boethia, the Daedric Prince of Murder. Her prayers brought about Chief Ogzor's death. I haven't found the proof. I am no longer Hearthwife of Shatul. My husband's life was stolen from me by his Huntwife, my own clan sister. I want justice. Try the Giants' camp where Chief Ogzor fell, or Lugbad. Ask what he heard the night before the attack. And search Glagosh's tent. Confront her with anything you find. I want to know what she has to say for herself. Shatul travels with the Achater. We have no prisons, just the Code of Malakath. If you wrong another in the clan, you have 2 choices. Pay in gold, or pay in blood. I don't know. Poison, ritual sacrifice, time when she slipped away from the clan. Anything that connects her to Boethia.
Interesting, so now we have one of the orcs claiming that the other chief was murdered.
You're the one who helped Scamper find the snow truffle. Everyone calls him lazy, but they just don't know how to motivate him. It's nothing. Well, Stubbs went missing that night. When I caught her out in the snow, I heard someone singing. It sounded like Glagosh, but I didn't stay to listen. If the chief's hunt wife wants to sing alone at night, that's her business.
A bit kind of suspicious, but not actually anything damning at least so far. Nobody's in here, so I guess we're good. Beneath this glory, look upon the face of Benethia and wonder. Raise your arms that Benethia may look on them and bestow a blessing. Know that battle is just such a blessing. Know that death is inevitable. Know that you're dust in the eyes of Benethia. Long is the arm of Benethia, and swift is the blade. Deep is the cut, and subtle is the poison. Worship, O faithful, pray your death is short. Worship, O faithful, pray your death is quiet. Worship, O faithful, worship that glory that is Benethia. Into battle strides the Daedric prince, blade at the ready to cleave the unworthy. Okay, that's a little bit more damning. Oh yeah, we did get that helmet. It's actually a little bit weaker than what we have now, but it's part of the set that I actually want, so I'm thinking I'm gonna go ahead and grab it. Because that'll give us a perk. Excuse me. That gives us a perk of a little bit more health so far, and then the other ones will give us extra armor, and then at the end, the big thing is the physical and spell resistance. So, I mean, not bad at all, I think. But we'll see. Is something attacking me here? Poisoned hunting blade. Alright. Something definitely suspicious is going on here.
I should have been at my husband's side. Oh? About what? That's my hunting blade. Chief Ogzor must have grabbed it on his way to the giant camp. Careful how you handle it. The blade has a paralyzing poison on the edge. His sword jangles. Lots of little buckles on the scabbard. But mine is quieter than a thief. I bet he didn't want to wake me the morning he was injured. Damned fool, trying to prove himself. Didn't want his hunt wife along to fight the giant. You rummaged through my tent? If you weren't bloodkin, I could gut you for that. Not that my things are your business, but it's a book of battle poetry. I read them occasionally. It's what they preach in Orsinium, isn't it? Always wise to keep in touch with the king's politics. Better to know the old myths than sound like a bumpkin. We're a clan that travels the range. It gets boring at night. Sometimes we sing to keep up our spirits. Know that. I wasn't singing. I was chanting. I was out hunting when I nearly stumbled into a mammoth. They have poor night vision. If you chant the way the giants do, sometimes you can fool them into thinking you're not a threat. Well, I don't. What is the point of your questions? Yeah. The poor girl is still young. She can't accept that our husband fell in fair combat. There is no conspiracy. Just a good man who fell before his time. Tell her that.
Yeah, she actually answered those questions very well. I'm not expecting that.
So, what did you find? What did she have to say for herself? I knew it. Her hands are red with my husband's blood. Well, I don't know why he would, but you're right. His own blade was still in the tent. That means nothing. She's still a Boethia cultist. I'm sure of it. What does Glagosh care about Orsinian politics? The book proves her guilt. What about Lugbag? He heard something the night before my husband was struck down. You see, a cultist chants to her Daedric prince, just like the stories. I bet she was cavorting in the moonlight. Perhaps she was chanting to ensorcel Urkale the Cleaver. We've all seen her do that before. Of course she would say that. Followers of Boethia live only to deceive. It was Boethia worship, no matter what she says. Chief Ogzor deserves justice. Something must be done about Glogosh. This is enough evidence for me to demand the blood price from Glogosh.
Yeah, I don't really believe this.
You may believe her lies, but I won't let her get away with murder. She'll pay me the blood price, or she'll die.
Uh-oh. It's about to happen.
Glogosh, I shall extract the blood price for Chief Ogzor's murder.
Truly? Then prepare yourself.
Where are they heading? All the way to the Bloody Knoll? Well, I don't know where they went, unfortunately.
Leave me to mourn my husband.
Well, she's no longer around here, so I'm assuming I can give a good guess at what just happened. I don't know if her body's perhaps still out here somewhere. In any case, I think that'll wrap this up for this video. We got one of the 3 things done at least, and did a little bit of extra with it. I'll see you guys in the next video here, so see you then.